Welcome back to So You Really Want to Learn Latin, and today we are going to nail another construction. This one is called a consecutive clause. Okay? Now a consecutive clause, also known as a result clause, is used to express the result of an action. You'll remember we've done final clauses which express the purpose for an action. Okay, and those use ut plus the subjunctive, or ne if they're negative. Well, we're now going to do consecutive clauses, and they also use ut and the subjunctive. But they are different when in the negative, because in the negative they use ut followed by known. These result clauses almost always have a word meaning so or to such an extent close to the main verb. So that when you get to the ut, you know that this is the result of something having happened so much or so quickly or so slowly or, to such an extent. So you'll often see them with the adverb tam, meaning so, or tantus, so great, or adeo, to such an extent. Okay, so you might have a sentence like tam iratus erat ut quam calerime curreret. Okay, tam iratus erat. He was so angry. Okay, and then the result of that, ut quam calerime, that as quickly as possible, curreret, he ran. He was so angry that he ran as quickly as possible. Or you might have something like consul tantum exercitum ducebat. Okay, the consul was leading so great an army. Ut Romani non timmerent, that the Romans were not afraid. The consul was leading so great an army that the Romans were not afraid. Okay, now the fact that consecutive clauses use ut followed by known makes it quite handy, if they are negative, because you can be sure that you're not going to muddle it up with a final clause which would have used ne. Okay, and quite often if you see two sentences, and sometimes it wouldn't necessarily be obvious whether you were expressing the purpose for something or the result, but if it's negative you can always tell. For example, you might have Roma discessit ne patrem videret. Okay, Roma discessit, he departed from Rome, ne patrem videret, lest he see his father. He departed from Rome, lest he see his father. In other words, that's why he departed from Rome, in order that he might not see his father. But you could also have Roma discessit ut patrem non videret. He departed from Rome with the result that he did not see his father. Okay, so two very similar sentences. One explains why he left Rome, and the other explains what happened as a result of his having left Rome. Okay, now don't forget the sequence of tenses is going to apply with these consecutive clauses, as you would probably expect. So if the main verb is primary, the subjunctive will be a present subjunctive, and if the main verb is historic, the subjunctive will be an imperfect subjunctive, in other words, a historic subjunctive. The only exception to that is if the result of the main verb still applies, okay, then you might see a present subjunctive even after a historic main verb. So in the book here, we've got an example of that. He was so terrified that he does not now dare go out. Okay, so the result of that action in the past, which was historic, he was so terrified, the result of that continues to apply now, and therefore we need a present subjunctive. So that would be adeo territus est, he was so terrified, ut exire non audeat. He was so terrified that he does not now dare go out. Okay, so present subjunctive in the consecutive clause, because it is talking about the continuing results into the present of a historic verb. Okay, now that's really all there is to it. It's another construction that we've nailed. We've done final clauses, we've done consecutive clauses. They look similar because they both use ut and the subjunctive, but one talks about the purpose for the action of the main verb, and the other talks about the result of the action of the main verb. Okay, so final clauses are very often referred to as purpose clauses, and consecutive clauses are very often referred to as result clauses. Okay, both terms are used. Okay, so as always, a little bit of practice. We've got some in the book here. Puer tam lente ambulabat ut a magistro caperitur. Okay, the boy was walking so slowly, tam lente, ut a magistro caperitur, that he was captured by the master. The boy was walking so slowly that he was captured by the master. That was the result of his walking so slowly. Another one. Puer tam celeriter currebat ut primus ad vilam adveniret. Okay, the boy was running so quickly, ut, with the result that, here comes the result of that, ut primus ad vilam adveniret, that he arrived at the villa first, that he got to the villa first. Okay, and one more. Tantum exercitum habebat, ut hostes facula superare posset. He had so great an army, tantum exercitum, he had so great an army, ut hostes facula superare posset, that he was able to overcome the enemy easily. Okay, so they're pretty easy little things. Just do some the other way. So we're going into Latin now. They fought so bravely that they were able to conquer the enemy. Okay, they fought so bravely, tam fortiter pungnabant, okay, ut, that they were able to conquer the enemy, ut hostes superare possent. Okay, and we'll do one more. He has so many books that he is not able to read them all. Okay, he has so many books. Tot libros habet. Okay, tot means so many. Tot libros habet ut, that he is not able to read them all. Ut omnes leggere non possit, that he is not able, that's the present subjunctive of possum, ut omnes leggere non possit. Okay, so just remember the sequence of tenses is important in Latin. If your main verb is primary, your subjunctive must be primary. If your main verb is historic, your subjunctive must be historic. with that one exception we talked about. If the result of the action of the main verb continues into the present, then you do need a present subjunctive to, to explain that fact that it is ongoing. Okay, but otherwise, main verb primary, subjunctive primary, main verb historic, subjunctive historic. Okay, right, that's all there is to consecutive clauses. Nice, easy little lesson, really, and it's another of these constructions nailed. Okay, now next time we're going to move on and look at some more tenses of the subjunctive. As you know, there are 4. We've done present and imperfect, and we've got 2 to go. We've got the perfect subjunctive and the pluperfect subjunctive to do. Okay, so more about that next time. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you back here for more Latin very soon.